So the mini webinar is a sales video format that I originally got from one of my mentors, Jeremy Haynes, and I believe the mini webinar originated from a guy named Joel Urway. But regardless, if your offer is specifically targeting people who are busy rich people or people who kind of don't want to be bullshitted and they want to be spoken to in a very direct and blunt manner, the mini webinar will be really powerful for you to get applications submitted for your offer, and also to get booked calls for your sales team. Okay, and the reason it's so powerful is just because of the directness of it, right? Unlike a 2-hour webinar where you have to get people to register and then hope that they're gonna show up and then bring them and hope they're gonna stay throughout the webinar, this is a 10 to 20 minute video where you're being very direct about the value that you bring to the marketplace, right? The details of the offer, what's included with your offer, okay? A very brief explanation of who you are, okay? To show that they should even be listening to you for that 20 minutes. And then just highlighting a few testimonials and then giving them the call to action to apply, to talk to your sales team, and to also book a call, whether you call that a free strategy session or a free consultation call or a free call, whatever you call that initial sales call. This is a great way to do that, and plus a very small percentage of advertisers and marketers even know about the mini webinar. So if you take advantage of this and you choose to implement this as your sales video format, there's a high probability that it will convert very well for you if it's executed properly. So I'm going to hop on my computer right now and break down kind of the how-to, the framework to execute on this properly, to give you the highest probability of having it make you profits, right, and get you a lot of applicants at a high rate. So let's hop on my computer and I'll break it down for you. So first I want to say the main intention of this is to make the prospect aware of how you can help them solve the specific problem that you solve. Okay, you want them to clearly understand exactly how you can help them by showing them the authority that you have, giving them data on how the solution actually works, and breaking down the offer, giving testimonials, etc., right? Showing them that you can actually help them solve this problem, okay? So, and I'm looking over here because this is where my other computer screen is. The first slide, okay, you're gonna have, the whole thing's gonna be on white background, just simple black text, right? The focus is on value here, okay? The first slide, you're literally very direct, just going to list the name of the offer, what the offer is, right? The name of your high ticket offer, and then you're gonna give a bulleted list of what is included with the offer. All right, you're not gonna don't write a paragraph for each thing that's included. Just simply, for example, 65 valuable video content, videos included, weekly group coaching call, bi-weekly coaching call, one-on-one, like these type of things, like what is actually included with the offer. The second slide is where you're going to very briefly describe who it is you are. Don't go into super depth about your whole life story or anything. Just go into who you are, why you're credible, why they should even listen to you, and then like it says here, you can put a picture here if you want to, where you're on stage or where you're speaking to a crowd, where the image puts you into the position of the authority figure in that case. The whole point of this slide is to give them data so that they can understand that you are someone that they should even be listening to in the first place. All right. Third slide is where you literally just list and explain what the main problem is that you solve. That's it. Okay. So it's very clear, so they understand very clear what it is you solve. Okay. The next slide is,
your agreeable statement. And so it's well known that X is the way it is. Okay, and what this means is I'll use the example of, let's say I'm a coach and I help other guys, attract women. I help guys that don't know how to get women, are shy and don't know how to talk to women, basically. Okay, so it's well known that there is a rising percentage of millennial males that struggle a lot with attracting women and talking to women. They don't know how to talk to women. They're super insecure. They know that they're beta male. Like this is how you would structure it for whatever your offer is, right? It's well known that X is the way it is, or you can make up another agreeable statement so that they understand that there's really a problem that is occurring that needs to be fixed. Okay. Next slide is where you explain why that is occurring, right? You're explaining the challenge that's holding them back from achieving that goal, right? In the example that I gave, it's because with everything going on in society now, there are so many different reasons that kind of lead to men having an issue talking to women, having trouble with their dating life, with their social lives, right? And then you would explain those different, you would briefly explain those different reasons why they're held back from that, why they're having that problem, basically, right? So on this slide, you are going to in a very short and direct way, okay, you're gonna segue into your offer so that they're looking to learn more about your offer, right? So, however, luckily, this new X is like a shortcut, or will solve that problem for you if this is you, right? So, in the example I gave, however, I created a program after 10 years of teaching this to other men. I wanted to create a very solid, compact solution for this that would solve this problem once and for all, right? And that would be the example of this slide in that example that I gave you for the men's dating, okay? On this slide, you're simply going to put bullets of the different benefits of the solution. Very simple, don't overcomplicate it, just boom, 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 very direct, what the benefits of your program are, okay? And on this slide, you're gonna put an open loop, okay? So I am going to reveal all the details to you in a moment or in a minute or in a few minutes, right? But first, I need to explain to you why this solution works so well. So why the way I structured this program will work so well for you and why it's helped, hundreds of men do it already, right? This slide's important because people that you're pitching, right? People that you want to sell into your program, they're going to, at the very core, even at the subconscious level, they want to know why this will help them, right? So you're going to explain that, okay? And this is where you just want to grab data wherever you can and explain why your problem helps them or why your problem will solve this problem for them. So you want to just teach a little bit here, okay? If your niche is marketing or business coaching, you can pull some graphs and explain why certain niches are on the rise or why certain problems are occurring and how to solve them, right? You want to teach here to explain. Remember, this section is explaining why this solution will help them. So give them data, teach them a little bit so they understand why this will help them, okay? Now, this is where you see step one, okay? Teach how your offer helps, okay? And you're gonna see there's step 2 and step 3, okay? And so if you have a coaching program or a mastermind program or a consulting program, you likely have different phases that your clients or your students go through to reach the end result, okay? And the step 1, step 2, and step 3 are basically just you explaining the different ways you help people that enroll in your program, okay? So step number one, you just say step one or phase one, and then you explain what step one is, right? So essentially, you're just going to explain how the first step of how you help them in your program, right? So in the case that I was in the example I was giving about the men's dating and the men's social work program to help them talk to women, step one might be removing subconscious negative beliefs, right? And then I would explain how we do that right below it, and then what the result of that is, okay? And so after you explain step one, you're gonna plug a little testimonial, okay? And you're gonna go, Roger was one of my students this past year, and as you can see, after phase one, after we were able to remove those subconscious beliefs, he started to get X result, right? He started to change the way he was thinking about his interactions with women, and this is the result he got, right? So you're just gonna plug a testimonial highlighting the benefits of that first phase of your program, basically. Okay, and you can say here, I want to make sure that I can do this for you as well. All right. Then you move to step number two. Okay, whatever the second phase is of your program, or whatever the second phase of that journey for your program is, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna say what it is, summarize how you do that for them, right? So maybe in the men's dating example, it's we all go out and we talk to women and we have a good time. And step two is really to start getting reps to talk to women, right? That might be step number two, right? Then below, summary of how we actually do that, how it's going to help, and the results of this are X, all right? And then here you can put another testimonial here. If you want to, you can put a call to action here. So want us to do all of this for you, want us to help you with this and do this same thing for you, click the button below and fill out the application on the next page, or fill out the application below this video now, right? And then you can go over a testimonial for step number two or phase number two, right? This is John. Right after he went through phase two of the program, this is what happened, right? And then result, right? So you're just highlighting another testimonial based on what occurs in that second phase of the program, okay? And then same thing, you're gonna go through a step number three or a phase number three, explaining how you kind of complete the journey to get them to the ultimate result that they're looking for, okay? Like I said before, summary of how you're gonna help in phase number three, and then what the result of completing that phase will be for them. And then boom, another testimonial, another case study of somebody that had a certain result that was really massive after that third phase that you can highlight, okay? And then on the next slide, you're literally just gonna recap the three phases that you explained, the different kind of steps of the journey of your program. You're just recapping it. Very, very direct, very, very simple. Okay. Plus, we'll even do this for you, give this to you. This is if you have anything else anything added that you can highlight that's going to be valuable to increase the value proposition for the offer. So if you want us to blank, 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 help you do X, Y, and Z with what I showed you, you just restate at this point, you restate the offer and the summary of the offer, etc. Then fill out the application on this page and schedule a time to speak with either me or someone on the team. To be clear with you, when you have these call to actions, however your landing page or your funnel is set up, you want to be very clear about how they can apply, right? So for example, this says fill out the application on this page, But if your application is on the next page, then you want to make sure that you say the exact way that they can apply. So if you have a big red button below the video that you want to say, if you're ready to apply, fill out the app, click on the button below this video, the big fat red button, click on that button. It'll take you to the next page. There you can fill out an application real quick, real painless. Fill out that application and then book a call to talk to the team, right? You want to be very, very clear about how they can apply, right? And then you want to go over again, when you work with us, we will personally help you blank, 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 just to go and recap again all of the things that you're going to help them with, okay? And then on this slide, there's a limited amount of spots in the program. There's a limited amount of people that we are going to be letting into the program. So those who do get in will get the most results. Okay. Now this is a scarcity / urgency tactic. If you don't want to make stuff up ever. Okay. You don't want to make up like bullshit reasons that they should apply now. Okay. If there is not a limited amount of people that you're going to let into the program, then don't say that. Okay, just don't say it. Right? If there is a true scarcity, then definitely put that in there. If you literally only take 10 people per month, then you should put it in there, right? Because then it'll give the viewer more of a reason to apply now, because it'll give them more urgency. All right. If you're seeing this video right now, that means there's still spots open for the program. Fill out the application on this page now. Again, it's just another call to action. If you have the application on the next page, be very clear about how they can fill out your specific application. Again, if you have a big red button below that takes them to the next page where the application actually is, then you say that specifically so that's not so there's no possible way that they can be confused about how to apply. Okay. And so that is the mini webinar. If you need help setting it up, or you are kind of confused about any of this stuff, reach out to me on social media or someone on my team. And if you film one, you can send it over. I'd be glad to look it over for you real quick, or someone on my team will look over it for you, and give you any feedback that we have based on your offer and how you articulated the offer in the mini webinar. But again, it's meant to be very direct, very straight to the point. It's meant to not waste people's time and just show them how you can help them, and it'll work really well for you. So hope this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, let me know and implement this.